10. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down. When you look at this Bears defense, they're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
Man, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Throwing is Williams. Sliding out of the pocket. Got his man, and it's caught for Chicago touchdown. Colston Loveland with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Bears 7. Dallas nothing. Cairo Santos picking off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last try instead of throwing the interception.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Like 20. Ric Flair.
To throw is gone. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That's good.
Let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the end around, here comes Williams. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. The Lions are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. He'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and bring up second down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
Ties the game at 7.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere around there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
And 12.
To the air, Williams. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
32-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point, because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Ric Flair.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Goff now looking to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right around the 32nd. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Williams. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
That's good. For the Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy to build a defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's Gone. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
First and 10 at the 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 46 yards rushing for now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
We go tonight. 180. Hey, kill.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Counterplay. Here's Gibbs. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
They haven't put together a job description for a middle linebacker. We can start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Goff going to shift him around.
Hold on. Check. Turbo's out.
Gibbs is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Again, it's Gibbs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7.
Bears 7. Hawks to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Williams. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. It's another 1st down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
They'll go play action here with Williams. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, here's Williams. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now it's gone. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Williams. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden.
Williams pass.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harrison. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. A final shot before break. Williams to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think Wilson equals passing the ball, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Williams. He is caught. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level.
Here's 3rd and 3.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Back to throw. Williams. Working the middle of the field. He's got man complete. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to 1st.
It's a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Williams. Open man down the field, that's Burden. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
inside the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the 8-yard line.
Looking to throw. Williams eluding the pressure right. Pass to the right side, caught by Burden. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Williams. Toward the pylon. Caught. Touchdown. Colston Loveland. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Tiger, Tiger. Whoa. Shell.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And some room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
We're good.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And that's out to the flat for Swift. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 31, here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Williams. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. From the gun, here's Swift. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Once again, it's Swift. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's scooped up. Lions.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Ric Flair. There.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Brings up 2nd down at the 21-yard line.
Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are light.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Now that's how you start a drive. Not only do you pick up a 1st down, you do it on a chunk play. Big yardage, and now you put a little bit of a dent in the confidence of the defense.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd down and 8.
180.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
120. Hey, kill.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Now Montgomery running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. On the end around, here comes Williams. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Bates' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the left side into the hands of Odunze. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Swift going to try up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Now, hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
So when your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball, punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Running for it, Montgomery. And some room to work. Down the left sideline. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Lions 24, Bears 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. But we've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special teams ace.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk offense and defense all we want, but the third phase, special teams, that can be the difference between winning and losing. And how about the big play created here? Big-time effort, and that can help his team.
Second straight week, he's forced to fumble. Goff going to throw it. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are on their way to a 2-0 start. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy that was ruled out huge. And someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved the hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind me. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Second down.
Throwing is Williams. And that will be incomplete. as time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Lions, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.